All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It's Saturday. We are rolling. 6 for 6. Doing our best to do that 7 for 7. We haven't yet had a slow down Sunday. In season 6, I do not believe. Can we? Can we do it? Thanks for tuning in this week. It's been a lot of fun. Yesterday, of course, a little bit of ministry. I hope you checked that out. What are we talking about today? Well, the topic, conversation of ministry underneath, kind of went down a road of like bands that changed themselves musically over time. And so this kind of fits that for sure. Well, let's cut to it. We are talking about the Eagles. You knew that already from the title. But they have a 50th anniversary of an album this year. And that is One of These Nights from June 1975. Turned 50. There's so many great albums turning 50. There's a big one coming up in a week or two that we're going to talk about. But so many turning 40 and 50. And that just means that we're just old because... I'm not talking about ones that are 10 per se. So the Eagles, who doesn't love the Eagles? And I think that's as a general rule, it must be true that most people at least like an Eagles song here and there. I'm a big Eagles fan myself. But I heard someone say that they weren't a fan of the Eagles. And I was kind of surprised because I'm like, well, how can you not be a fan of the Eagles? Because they changed their music from the beginning of their careers towards the end of their careers. So I feel like there's a little bit of everything for someone. So if you don't like the Eagles at all, like you don't like one Eagles song, I want you to comment below and be like, what's your problem, dude? That's all. No, really. I just want you to share. But anyway, the Eagles, in the 70s, that's when you would just put out an album every year after year. But this one was the first one to make it really big. In 1974, I was On the Border. Right before that, the year before. So this was 1975. In 1974, On the Border. That had Already Gone and Best of My Love, so slow. Kind of countryish, but slow. 73 was Desperado. A little Tequila Sunrise. What's not to like about that? And then 72, the debut. Take It Easy, Witchy Woman. Peaceful, Easy Feeling. This was all like just kind of mellow country rock, right? But for this record, they were starting to have a little bit of a disagreement about what direction they were going in. But this record was the first one to make it big, a number one album, 3 top 10 singles, 4 million copies, a Grammy nomination for Album of the Year, 1 Best Pop Vocal Group Performance Duo and a group performance for Lion Eyes, which I might add, if I haven't told this story already, famous story in my family. My brother-in-law Stephen, early on getting to know him, and this song came on, and I think he actually sang it, and he said, "You can't hide those mountain eyes," and we were like, did that just happen? Did you just say mountain eyes? And we're like, dude, did you just say mountain eyes? He's like, yeah, you can't hide those mountain eyes. And we're like, dude, it's not mountain eyes. It's lion eyes. Anyway, hysterical. We still talk about that to this day. But there was a little bit of a lineup change here, too. Bernie Lennon was out. Joe Walsh was in because he wanted to be country. He wanted to be more country. Joe Walsh, he brought the rock. In this record... Glenn Fry and Don Henley wrote like 4 of the 9 songs. And so there's also a little bit of a power struggle, like who's doing what. Don Henley is quoted by saying it was a pretty dark time for the Eagles. Disco was coming in, not liking that. Politics was in 1975, always still an issue. And he said it was rough. And they said it was a slow start on this record. But Don Henley started to slowly take over the lead vocals from Glenn Frey. Glenn Frey's only lead on this one is Lion Eyes. Great song though, right? Randy Meisner had 2 on this one. The most famous one being Take It to the Limit. And if you haven't seen the Eagles documentary, Hell Freezes Over, I believe. If not, I think it's called that too. But anyway, there's an Eagles documentary out there. It's easily one of the best documentaries about rock music I've ever seen. You've got Tom Petty running down a dream. This one, there is a Led Zeppelin one before the Making Led Zeppelin one, which I haven't seen yet. It's on my list. But there is a Led Zeppelin documentary from like 20 years ago that's excellent. So those ones are awesome. But the Eagles one is absolutely amazing. But Randy, Take It to the Limit, that was like the last song of their concert. And he had so much anxiety, and there was so much arguing in the band and everything. And he was always anxious that whether he was going to hit the high note or not, and have a meltdown beforehand. And the band got to the point where they didn't even know he was going to be able to go out there and sing it. And they'd be like, is he going to sing it tonight? Is he going to do it? Like, they were always on the edge. Like, was he going to be able to do it? So much so that my wife and I, whenever that song comes on, we always look at each other and be like, is he going to hit the high note? Do you think he can hit it? Again, Lion Eyes, Take It to the Limit, and One of These Nights. The album version, you got to listen to the album version. That's got like a longer version with more of an intro, and it's just, that's the version you got to hear. But the Eagles, One of These Nights, that's your song of the day. I love that song, and they loved that song. Like Don Henley and Glenn Frey were like, yeah, this is great. This is fun. This is a little more like rock. And that's One of These Nights. So one of these nights you're going to listen to some more Eagles and watch the documentary, but that's your song of the day. Comment below. We did see the tour, one of the reunion tours. Did anyone out there see them in the 70s? The first album I ever fell in love with by them, by the way, was The Long Run. Maybe we should cover that one of these days when that one turns 50. So enjoy the Eagles today, whatever you're doing. Again, hope it involves music. And can we get to a slow down Sunday tomorrow? I hope so. That's the plan. Have a good one. And as usual, one of these nights, I'll catch you on the flip side.